Hello and welcome to Productivity for Solopreneurs, where each Wednesday at 1 p.m. I share insights into getting things done. And today is live number 108, and today's topic is how to handle the unexpected. So let me know that you're here. Say hi in the comments or hashtag replay or whatever it is you want to say to let me know that you're here. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Evie Burke, and I help entrepreneurs take their productivity to a new level. There we go. I work with women who are overwhelmed, they're exhausted by everything that they want to get done over the course of a day, and they're not interested in working, 9, 10, 12-hour days to get all of the things done because they want to spend time outside of their business doing things that they love and spending it with people that they love. And they want to be fully present with those people that they love, not worrying about the business things, but they also want to be able to be fully present when they're in their business, helping their clients or, doing the things that they do throughout their day. So I help them create impactful solutions that focus on getting their high priority things and areas completed so they can grow their business and become the high achievers that they know they can be. So like I said, today's topic is how to handle the unexpected. And with Memorial Day and just the way my schedule was this week, I actually didn't have time to create a topic. And so I was driving home from a networking meeting this morning and realized I had a topic thanks to one of the ladies at the event. I actually spoke at the event. So the networking group that I was at was WESOS, Women Entrepreneurs Secrets of Success. I know a number of you are very familiar with them, and I was speaking at the Aurora meeting this morning. And the topic that I was speaking on was around preparing your business for the summer. And so I talked about time blocking and how it's important to kind of refigure out how you want your days to go when there are schedule changes happening, whether it's because kids are home from school or because it's summer and you just have other things and maybe you want other things to do and maybe you want to be spending less time or different hours in your office than what you were doing before. So this isn't about time blocking, but just to understand how the topic came up, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So what time blocking is it's basically creating a budget for your time. So you create categories for the things that you do in your business, and you assign those categories times throughout the week. So like I said, it's basically budgeting, but instead of creating categories for how you spend your money and then looking at, okay, how much money do I have to spend throughout the course of a week or a month, and giving that money jobs to do with the categories, you're looking at your week and you're saying, okay, how much time do I have to be in my business on a normal week, and what jobs do I want to give that time so that I make sure that the things I like doing, like maybe working with clients or whatever else it is, those things are getting done, but also invoices are getting sent, bookkeeping is getting done, like all of those things. Like you've created, this is the time that I do the admin, this is the time that I work with clients, and those sorts of things. And you can Tetris it around, based on what your schedule is or what the other things are that are happening in your week. So I shared about how important it is to do this. So you're really spending time doing the things that need to happen in your business, and you're not spending too much time in any one area. And one of the women had a question, and she said, what do you do when the unexpected happens? What do you do when there's an emergency and the time that you expected to be spending just isn't there anymore? Like, what do you do? And I don't remember exactly how I answered the question, but it was something along the lines of, when an emergency occurs, then you let go of the ideal week that you created using time blocking. So this is where instead it's important to know what are the goals, like what are the big goals you're working toward for the month, and what are the things that you needed to get done this week, and what are the things that can wait for this week, that can wait maybe until next week or in 2 days or whatever it is, and what are the things that you really, if you have some time this week, really you want to get done so that you are still mostly on track for meeting those goals you set yourself for the month. And if it's a big family emergency, then you just let everything go because family's important. And instead you look at your calendar and you see who had appointments with you, or who you had appointments with, and you reach out to them and let them know that you need to reschedule. Something came up, an emergency came up, and you'll reach out to them in a week or two to get that time rescheduled, and apologize. And reach out to anybody else that maybe needs to know that you're not going to be available at all, or at a level that maybe they would have expected you to be available in the past. And she was very relieved. She just needed that permission that this isn't time blocking or anything like that, isn't something that is a you have to do this or you're not going to be successful and you're a failure. It's a tool. And when things are going well, it's a great tool. Things going well meaning that you're gonna have X amount of time in your business that week. But things don't always go well. Emergencies happen. I know some of you know that my father-in-law was sick and in the hospital off and on for, I don't know, like 3 years, where he would, at the beginning of that period where we first realized there was something wrong, he was in the hospital for a week. And, schedules changed. It was, okay, what really needs to be done right now? And, taking myself and I think my brother-in-law, we sat in the cafeteria and we spent an hour or so, tying up things, and then we were present. It also gave time for the immediate family just to be together. And not that we weren't wanted or anything, nothing like that, but we got the things done that we needed to get done, and then we were able to be fully present. And it wasn't that we were prioritizing our business. It was, well, I guess maybe a little bit, but it wasn't above family. It was downtime at the hospital where we were just sitting around, watching TV. And so and not everybody could be in the hotel room at once, so we found a different place to be. So the precious seats that were available could be used in a different way. So anyway, that's a little bit of a sidetrack. But basically, when things happen, give yourself permission to just be present with the people who need you most. Because if I were to do, and if anyone's interested in this, I'm happy to do this with them, a values assessment with you, or a values exercise, I guess, with you. I know for a number of people, and I know for myself, family is pretty high up there. So one of the benefits of knowing that is it means when unexpected things happen, when family needs support, I know that for me to feel happy and satisfied in my business and in life, it's important for me to be there. And so that might mean that the time blocking, just goes out the window. It might mean that all of the planning I did for the week, flies out the window. So give yourself permission when the unexpected happens, when things happen that require attention, when there's an emergency. Give yourself the permission to tell your business you love it, and you'll be back when you have the time and attention available for your business. So another little side note here is when you don't give yourself time to feel the things that are going on for yourself. And I know sometimes you just need to keep on keeping on so that you can keep your sanity. But when you don't give yourself time away to take care of yourself, that shows up in other places. And I know I've shared this story maybe last month or the month before, but I'm going to share it again, where I had attended a day-long workshop by a very successful coach. And some of her methods I found definitely not for me. We'll just leave it at that. And there was something like a little off about the day. And somewhere about halfway through the day, somebody asked a question. I don't remember exactly what the question was, but it was something around, what do you do when you're just not feeling motivated, or, things aren't going well, and, something like that. And she went off on this person. And she talked about how when you own a business, you have to keep showing up no matter how you feel about it, because that's your job, and you have a business and you have to be responsible for that business, and and just like laid into this woman. And I'm sitting there going, whoa, what just happened here? Like, there's so many different ways to handle that situation, to like basically like start yelling at this woman and tell her that she must not be serious about her business if she doesn't just sit down and do the work. Because for a number of people, yelling at them doesn't work. It doesn't motivate them, So like, what was going on there? I'm kind of looking at the people next to me and we're like, this is interesting. And she goes on to say that her long-term boyfriend had broken up with her a couple of days before. And did she want to be here delivering this seminar? No, she didn't want to be here, but it was her job. It was her responsibility to be here teaching us. And I remember thinking, oh, this is why some of the other things this day have been a little off. It's because she hasn't taken time to grieve or to process this relationship that was so important to her, that was so much of her life. And instead she was plowing on, and it was showing up. It was leaking through her frustration, her sadness. Like, it was leaking through in ways that maybe she didn't even realize. And I share this story not to, beat up on this other person, but just to be an example of when you need to take time for yourself, take time for yourself. Don't apologize for it and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm taking care of. No, it's necessary. Take care of yourself. No is a complete sentence. It's also, really hard to do sometimes, but it's very important to do that, both for your productivity and for your business. So they go hand in hand. I'm going to leave it there before I really start rambling and go on and on about other things. So if you want to talk more about this topic, and whether it's time blocking or how to handle the unexpected, then reach out to me and let's talk. So the easiest way to do that is to apply for coaching over on my website. I'll include a link in the description. If you go to the Work With Me page, you'll see the application form there. So the easiest way to get a hold of me to set up that time is to do that. And until next week, much love. Bye.